Welcome to Duories, where we decode deep ideas and break down big books one page at a time. Today, we're diving into a book that's touched millions. Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist? I mean, over 20 million copies sold, translated into, what, 56 languages?
At least, yeah. It's huge. And figures like President Clinton, Julia Roberts, they were apparently captivated by it. It's got this incredible reach.
Absolutely. So let's get into it.
Okay, so on the surface, The Alchemist is this story, right? About a shepherd boy, Santiago, looking for treasure.
A pretty classic adventure setup.
Exactly. But really, it's digging much deeper. It's about uncovering these universal truths, about following your heart, your deepest desires, what Coelho calls your personal legend.
Your personal legend, okay.
Yeah, so it's really a journey into self-discovery, just kind of disguised as this grand adventure.
Okay, so we'll follow Santiago, this young shepherd, on his, well, pretty unexpected path. We'll unpack the lessons he learns, the twists, all of that.
And explore what it really means to chase a dream, you know? What kind of obstacles pop up?
Let's start at the beginning. Santiago. He's a shepherd in Andalusia, seems pretty happy, loves traveling with his flock.
Content, yeah. But he keeps having this recurring dream. And it bothers him.
Right, enough that he goes to Tarifa to find someone to interpret it.
And the dream itself is quite specific. There's a child playing with his sheep, and this child transports him in the dream to the Egyptian pyramids.
Promising treasure.
Hidden treasure, yeah. So he finds this gypsy woman, and she tells him straight up, this isn't just some random dream, it's the language of God.
Wow.
And she says he has to go to the pyramids. But there's a catch. She wants 1/10 of the treasure he finds.
For interpreting a dream, that's quite the fee based on potential future earning.
It is. And then almost right after, he runs into this other figure, Melchizedek.
The mysterious old man claims he's the king of Salem.
Right. And what's really startling for Santiago, what kind of hooks him, is that Melchizedek knows things, like personal things, about his parents, the seminary he almost went to, even the merchant's daughter he likes.
Stuff no stranger could possibly know. That gets Santiago's attention.
Totally. And Melchizedek is the one who introduces this central idea, the personal legend.
Okay, so what exactly is that, according to Melchizedek?
He defines it as what you have always wanted to accomplish.
Yeah.
It's not just ambition, it's deeper. It's the path that God chose for you here on earth, and it comes from the soul of the universe.
That sounds big. Cosmic, almost.
It is. And he gives Santiago that incredibly famous piece of advice. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it.
That's the line everyone knows from this book, isn't it? This idea that the universe is somehow rooting for you.
Pretty much. And speaking of payment, Melchizedek also asks for something. But notice the difference.
Right. He wants 1/10 of Santiago's sheep. Things Santiago actually has right now.
Exactly. Unlike the gypsy asking for future treasure, it drives home that point immediately. Everything in life has its price. Pursuing this legend means giving something up right from the start, letting go of the familiar.
Makes sense. Giving up his flock is a real sacrifice for Santiago.
It is. And Melchizedek gives him two more key things. First, this idea called the principle of favorability.
Or beginner's luck, yeah.
Exactly. The idea is the universe gives you a little taste of success early on when you start pursuing your personal legend, just to, whet your appetite.
Like a little encouragement. Hey, you're on the right track.
Kind of, yeah. A little nudge. And second, he gives him Urim and Thummim.
The two stones. Black for yes, white for no.
Right. To help read the omens when things get confusing. But, and this is crucial, Melchizedek stresses that Santiago needs to make your own decisions. The stones are just a tool, not a crutch.
Intuition still matters most.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's that story Melchizedek tells, too, about the drops of oil.
Ah, yes. The secret of happiness. The young man, the castle, the spoon.
Right. First time he focuses only on the oil, misses the beauty. Second time, sees the beauty, spills the oil.
And the lesson from the wise man. The secret of happiness is to see all the marvels of the world and never to forget the drops of oil on the spoon.
It's about balance, isn't it? Appreciate the journey, the wonders around you, but don't lose sight of your goal, your oil. A perfect metaphor for Santiago's quest.
Absolutely. Keep your eyes on the pyramids, but don't miss the desert, the oasis, the people along the way.
So Santiago takes this leap, sells his sheep, heads to Tangier in Africa, full of hope.
And almost immediately, bang, reality hits hard.
He gets robbed by someone pretending to be a friend, guiding him, loses everything.
It's devastating. His first real test. And his first reaction is despair, feeling like a total victim. Understandable, really.
But then something happens.
Yeah, those stones, Urim and Thummim, they fall out of his pocket. It's like a physical reminder of the king, the promise, the personal legend.
A little omen, maybe?
Perhaps. And it helps him shift his perspective. He decides he's not a victim, he's an adventurer looking for treasure. It's a mental switch, but a powerful one. Resilience kicking in.
So instead of giving up, he finds work with the crystal merchant.
Right. And initially his plan changes. It's no longer about the pyramids, it's just, I need to earn enough money to buy back my sheep and go home.
Back to the old life, the safe path. It seems like he's abandoning the personal legend.
He is, for a time. And the crystal merchant himself is such an interesting character study here. He's successful, devout, has his own dream going to Mecca.
But he hasn't done it.
No. And he admits he's afraid to. He fears that if he actually achieves his dream, he'll have no reason to go on living. It's the fear of, like, post-dream emptiness.
That's a deep fear. He even says every blessing ignored becomes a curse. So not pursuing the dream is its own kind of burden.
Exactly. It's a warning, almost, for Santiago. And while Santiago's working there, he starts picking up on something important, this language without words.
Communicating without speaking.
Yeah, understanding people, situations, the flow of things intuitively. It helps him come up with ideas for the shop, the tea and crystal glasses, the display case. He's learning even when he thinks he's stalled.
Right, he's still growing, just in a different way.
But he gets comfortable there. Successful, even. The dream of the pyramid starts to fade again. It's easy to get sidetracked by comfort and stability.
Until another reminder.
Yep. Urim and Thummim again. They fall out of his pouch one day right when he's thinking about just buying sheep and going home. It triggers Melchizedek's words. Never stop dreaming. Follow the omens.
Another nudge from the universe.
Seems like it. It forces him to question. Is going back to being a shepherd really his personal legend? Or is it just the easy way out? He realizes he has to keep going.
So he uses the money he earned not for sheep, but to continue the journey. Joins a caravan heading across the desert.
And on this caravan, he meets the Englishman.
Ah, the bookish type. Also on a quest.
Right. He's looking for a real alchemist at the oasis.
Yeah.
He wants to learn the secrets, the universal language, make the philosopher's stone. But his approach is all through book, study, intellect.
So a total contrast to Santiago, who learns by doing, observing, experiencing.
Exactly. It highlights different paths to wisdom. And they also encounter the camel driver, who offers his own philosophy.
Living in the present.
Yeah. He says, because I don't live in either my past or my future, I'm interested only in the present. If you focus on the present, you can improve it. And he introduces that word, maktub.
It is written.
Right. This idea that some things are fated, but how you engage with the present moment, that's where your freedom lies. It's a blend of destiny and choice.
Okay, so the caravan finally reaches the oasis Al Fayoum, and this is where Santiago meets Fatima.
A huge turning point. He sees her at the well, their eyes meet, and boom, instant connection. He feels he understands the pure language of the world in that moment, love.
The book describes it beautifully. When you know that language, it's easy to understand that someone in the world awaits you.
It's presented as this profound, unspoken understanding. And Fatima is amazing. She's strong, wise, a desert woman.
And she doesn't try to stop him from pursuing his dream, does she?
Quite the opposite. She encourages him.
Right.
She understands that true love never keeps a man from pursuing his personal legend. She trusts that if they're meant to be, he'll come back.
That's real strength and faith in their connection. It empowers him rather than holding him back.
Definitely. And it's through Fatima, indirectly, that he's led to the actual alchemist, the powerful figure with the falcon on his shoulder.
The one the Englishman was looking for.
The very one. And the alchemist starts guiding Santiago, echoing some of Melchizedek's wisdom, but pushing him towards action.
Right. He said something like, you've learned everything you need through your journey. Now you just need to do it.
There's only one way to learn. It's through action. He emphasizes listening to your heart. Wherever your heart is, there you will find your treasure.
That's a powerful line. Trust your inner guide.
And he tackles fear head on, especially the fear of suffering. He tells Santiago to tell his heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself.
Wow. That really hits home, I think, for a lot of people.
Absolutely. He says, no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams, because every moment of that search is an encounter with God, with eternity. The pursuit itself is fulfilling, regardless of the pain.
So the alchemist pushes Santiago, right? Sets up this ultimate test.
Oh, yeah. Big time. They get captured by a tribal group, and the alchemist basically says, this boy is an alchemist who can turn himself into the wind. Give him 3 days.
Under threat of death if he fails. Talk about pressure.
Exactly. It forces Santiago to confront the biggest obstacle, the fear of failure, the fear that stops so many dreams.
And how does he even approach that, turning into the wind?
He has to communicate. He speaks to the desert, then the wind, then the sun, trying to understand their nature, their connection to the soul of the world.
He's using that language without words on a cosmic scale now.
Precisely. He connects love, his love for Fatima, the love that connects all things to the power of transformation. He realizes his own soul is part of the soul of God, and that connection gives him the power to perform miracles.
And he does it. He becomes the wind.
He does. It's the climax of his inner journey, really. Truly understanding his connection to everything, his own power. He masters the universal language.
Incredible. So after that demonstration,
They continue on. They reach a monastery near the pyramids, and the alchemist does one last thing. He actually demonstrates alchemy, turns lead into gold.
the real deal.
Yeah, he divides the gold, gives a piece to Santiago, and shares a proverb. Everything that happens once can never happen again. But everything that happens twice will surely happen a third time.
A bit cryptic. A warning. Or a promise.
Maybe both. Like, life has patterns. And he tells Santiago that story about the Roman centurion whose faith healed his servant, emphasizing that everyone plays a central role in the world's history, even if they don't realize it.
Validating Santiago's journey and everyone's potential impact.
Exactly. And then Santiago finally reaches the pyramids, the goal he's been striving for this whole time.
He digs where he dreamt, where his tears fall.
And he gets attacked, robbed, beaten, again, just when he thinks he's made it.
Oh, come on, after everything.
Right. It feels brutal. But then the leader of the thieves, mocking him, says something incredible. He tells Santiago he also had a recurring dream about treasure. Yes. His dream told him treasure was buried under a sycamore tree, growing in the ruins of an old church in Spain, where a shepherd and his sheep often slept.
Wait, that's where Santiago started, where he had the dream.
Exactly. The ultimate twist. The treasure wasn't at the pyramids at all. It was back home, all along.
Wow. So the entire journey across deserts, facing death, falling in love, was to lead him back to where he began.
But with the wisdom, the courage, the self-knowledge needed to actually recognize and claim the treasure. He had to undertake the journey to be ready for what was already there.
That is profound. So the physical treasure was almost secondary.
You could definitely read it that way. The journey was the transformation. The journey was the real treasure.
So to recap, Santiago goes from this simple shepherd, follows a dream, faces setbacks, learns about love, fear, the universe, his own power, and finds his treasure literally in his own backyard.
It's a beautiful full circle. And it really hammers home that central theme. The personal legend isn't just about the destination. It's about who you become along the way.
The journey changes you, prepares you.
Absolutely. And that quote, life really is generous to those who pursue their personal legend, feels true because the pursuit itself gives you so much wisdom, resilience, love, self-understanding. That's the generosity.
Which brings it back to us and to you listening. What's your personal legend? That thing your heart calls you towards.
Are you listening to it? Even when it feels scary or maybe seems impractical?
Are you noticing the omens, the little nudges, the opportunities, or letting the fear of failure or just the comfort of the familiar hold you back?
Because Santiago's story suggests maybe the biggest adventures, the ones that yield the real gold, wisdom, courage, love, they often lead us back to a deeper understanding of ourselves.
Perhaps your greatest treasure, like Santiago's, is closer than you think, waiting for you to complete your own journey to be ready for it.
A thought to maybe carry with you. What journey do you need to take to find what's already waiting?